Hey everybody, this is Manadog with another Starcraft Underground League Season 2 cast. This is the second installment of the FridgeRaider saga, where we will be following FridgeRaider's journey through Season 2 in all of his matches, plentiful as they are, seeing if he can overcome his enemies, get better as the season goes on, maybe remind him of the whimsy of the StarCraft Underground League season, maybe bring him back for Season 3. Here's hoping. So the second matchup is going to be against Shafir, who is another Protoss from Team Legion. This is in Week 6. His first game is going to be on Polestar, so that's a strong start for any Terran player. So let's load it up. Okay, so we have Shafir spawning as the Olive Protoss in the bottom right, and again as the White Terran. We have FridgeRaider in the top left. So in our last installment, FridgeRaider played against Firetip, and they were actually pretty standard games from both players, although Firetip did do a DT drop in the second game. Sorry if that's a spoiler and you haven't watched the first one, but what are you doing? These are clearly ordered. Shafir is also, I think he's a standard player, although he likes to play more Reavers, I think, than Firetip. He's very macro-oriented, very strong player. But the star of the show here is Fridge, so we'll see if he continues to play his kind of standard macro style, if he likes to play like a 5-fac, you know. I think that he probably will. I don't think he does a lot of like 2-fac or anything particularly all-in. But he's putting down his first depot here. That's a few seconds late, so not the greatest start in the universe. So yeah, not a lot to say here. I think, like I said, in the first installment, Fridge's best matchup is definitely his TVP. So I think he's got a shot here, although I would say Shafir is probably the stronger player on average. So he's moving out, he's going to take the barracks near the ramp like he has previously. Yep, be a depot there. Shafir also playing very standard, he's just getting his gate and his gas. We're going to see a core, you know, pretty soon. Yep, here's the regular gas timing from Terran. See the core right here. Yeah. Right there. Oh man. I tried to call it, didn't work. So Shafir is sending out his scout after core, and he's going to put a pile in there to place the Nexus eventually. Fridge heading out, taking the opposite direction to scout. Normally you go here towards the close natural. And Shafir is just... okay. He's also going the opposite direction. I don't know. A ton of people in SCUL seem to do this. Maybe it's me who's wrong. Maybe I'm the problem, and I don't want to know what I'm doing here. But okay, so we should see range. Yep, there it is. Factory timing. Again, I wasn't watching, but this again seems kind of late. We're just making our Marines. Got one posted up. Second one down there. Send our SCV down shortly. Take our standard, you know, 24-ish CC. And we're going to miss... oh, well, we would have missed the probe if it went, but it turned around instead. Shafir would rather keep that probe alive, so it probably doesn't make its way home afterwards. Third Marine, we're going to make our little line. And we're sending our first goon to pressure. Very standard 23 Nexus coming down. And the Nexus is going to be faster than the CC this time, which is what you would generally see. Although they could have been pretty close. Fridge had the money, he just didn't have the SCV in position yet. We've gone back on gas. Yep, here's a depot. We'll probably see a bunker in a sec. We delayed our Vulture a little bit here. No, we didn't. Okay, good. So there's the Vulture in time. We can put down our bunker right there. Yep. Very standard, safe play. We're sneaking out the Vulture. See what we can find. robo. So, like I said, Shafir is he's very standard. You're probably going to see an observatory, probably like right there. To go into the wall, then you'll see 2 more gates come down just after that. He's just going to pump probes. Okay, he just confirmed the CC. So we should see mines in a tank. Beginning. Yep, mines in a tank. And we're taxing Terran a little bit here. Vulture is out in position for a potential third. Protoss can make the third here, or they can make it here. Kind of hard to mine both places sometimes, though. Yeah, we're on top of repairing that. Kept our second and third goon at home. There's the 3 gates. There's the observatory, just like we drew it up. Probe transfer, or SCV transfer, probes have already transferred. So I don't think Fridge got like too much of a scout, but maybe he has a read on Shafir here where he's not making an eBay yet. So we made a second factory instead. The second factory was kind of late if we're trying to do like a back CC fac or something, so maybe we're just trying to build tank count early. See what's going up here. Just a depot. Okay, so Shafir is going to be taking a Nexus third any moment, I'm sure. Yeah, his first observer is almost done. Goon going up to clear any mines, although it's already gone, so maybe we had another Goon clear that mine. Fridge mining up on the retreat path, so he's going to push these out, and we're going to eat a mine here, which is very nice from Fridge. If he gets 2 here, I mean, this is pretty huge. Like, it's a little safer because we're cross spawn, you know, so it's going to take him longer to get there, but that was essentially 2 free goons. Although we're not that hard committed to this, we didn't make any additional Marines. There's a 3rd tank, so it's kind of like a 3 tank push. Now we have a 4th tank coming up, okay. So I guess we're kind of just poking out rather than going too hard on this. Not sure. So I think we had a bit of a delay here. I think we kind of gave up our window a little bit, although this is still very nice. If we could get some mines here, that would be great. Yeah. I mean, we can get this third, I think. I think we need to get the pylon. I think we can force a cancel here or something. Yeah, good mine. Good mine. Oh, he canceled. He actually got it. So we were a little... I don't know. I feel like we were a little indecisive. I guess ultimately Shafir is kind of shutting this down. It seemed to me like there was a little room to do more, though. Maybe if we had, instead of a 4th tank, if we had rallied vultures right away, then we could have had more mines. I don't know. I feel like there was a window for something there. But anyway, Protoss getting Zealot legs. Just making workers. Little low, perhaps. But after he transfers, I think you'll probably see like the gateway explosion soon. And okay, there's finally the armory. Armory is a bit late. And we also don't have an academy. So maybe I'm just mistaken, but I think Fridge is kind of doing this build a little different than I usually do. Like the way I think you're supposed to do it is you want the academy earlier, or the army. You want the armory earlier, and then you get the academy closer to like 6:30 or 7, something like that. Maybe more like 7, and then once the academy is done, you can start making. Okay, he's making it somewhere. Maybe it's this that we can't see. Okay, he likes the academy in the natural. He did that in the last series too. But yeah, the academy would be done. Then when you start placing the scanners, when you can't make SCVs because the scanners are being made, that's when you throw down 3, 4, 5. Okay, we sent in double observers. Maybe we knew one would tank the turret shots, then we get the second one in. Although probably could have just gone in right through here. Shafir just macroing away. Yep, here's the gateway explosion that we spoke about. Arbiter Tribunal. Arbiters are going to be pretty fast. And again, we're just starting our scanners now. So I think, Fridge is like pretty blind. He hasn't really seen anything since an initial SCV scout. It's going to be, it's like 10 minutes and his scanners are just coming up, so Shafir could really be doing anything. He basically just knows that he took this this third, and like nothing since. We don't see a fourth yet, so this may be like a 3-base max out bust that Shafir is doing. Get a couple arbiters, maybe some stasis, hit 200 and go. Oh, we need an observer. Okay, kind of a disaster. But this is a lot of goons. We're up 35 supply here. Okay, we got spooked a little bit by the vultures. Good vulture movement. We're on the 5. We're taking our CC faster this time. We are learning. Week over week, we are learning. That was like the big decider in the last Fridge series, is that this CC was just incredibly late and we kind of just gassed out. So the most normal thing to do would be after you put down the CC, you'd make 6, 7, 8 factories, and then after that is when you would add the starport. And you kind of just have like a big mass of units that you can like fight for the map and such. And it's also nice against something like this, because yeah, if you notice, as I said, Protoss has still not taken a 4th, so it seems like their plan here, we've got even more gateways instead. So, okay, +1 won't be ready, but he'll have Arbiter, he'll have probably like a stasis. Yeah, this might be on the CPL website. Doodle has a guide for a 200 bust. So this might be like that. On this map, we definitely want to put some depots here or something. Okay, looks like we're going to. Stop zealots from just like running in here, and then you can like put like a tank or 2 behind here, and it buys time. But anyway, Shafir is just macroing. He needs to put down some pylons so he doesn't get supply block, because this is a ton of production. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now 11 gateways. So I mean, Protoss right now can just like fart out a ton of gateway units. And he's probably, he's just going to continue to go to 200 and go. I think that's what we're looking at. I don't know. I had to say it to be wrong. So here is the 4th. He's pivoted. He's not doing the 200 bust anymore. I don't know what I'm talking about. And he's also taking a 5th. So I think he he sees that Fridge is like pretty fortified here. He does have the observers. He thinks better of it. He knows that Polestar is like a pretty defensible map for Terran. This 3rd is very defensible. He would have to go into here where there's mines, there's turrets. It's just very scary. He can still camp up on this ramp so that when Terran moves out, it's very difficult to. But he's instead taking the 4th here. He's got the Nexus up, transferring. Probably, obviously he's looking to take the 5th here. He just hasn't done it yet. But yeah, he's just going to park his units up above. I don't think you can go in through here, but I do think you can just hang out up here and take bases behind it, essentially. Well, again, shows what I know. We have busted through one of the supply depots, but yeah, we're losing a lot in. This is. I don't think this is a great fight for Protoss. And these should be pretty free. Well, we can get these SCVs though. That's huge. I think Fridge, our Terran hero, kind of failed to put more units up here. Is like that's where the brunt of everything was coming from. And instead, he just kept a lot of it kind of out here, largely out of the combat. I think that could have gone a lot better for Fridge. Although, if the fight ends soon, he still has a lot of tanks. This is a huge amount of tanks, actually. So at this point, if you're Terran, I wonder if maybe the play is... How many tanks is this? That's 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is a control group of tanks. We're down on, we have 2 bases. No, we could still expand again, but I feel like you could maybe just, we have a lot of factories. If we just pumped vultures out of all these and went, I don't know, I think there's a shot that would work. Like, Shafir also has a lot of production, so maybe not. But, okay, he still hasn't taken this 5th, but he did take this 5th. He's saving this one for a rainy day. And we probably, we need another CC. Okay. So this one probably destined for over here. Shafir moving out again. He's just going Gateway Man Arbiter, he's getting all his upgrades. We have 1 attack, but we have every upgrade with triple forge. So upgrades are going to be kicking in. Terran is 1-1. He's got EMP coming. Does he have a vessel though? There's 1 vessel with not enough energy to EMP. Meanwhile, we have, not enough for a stasis, enough for a stasis, although pretty close. So we're gonna have 1 stasis here for sure. This is very stasisable. I think the supply difference is probably just too great here. He's gonna stasis, yep, there's the fat stasis. And our vessel is kind of far back. Can we even see all these goons? I don't think we can, we have to scan. Okay. Alright, so that is a 1-0 for Shafir. Unfortunate for Fridge, but we'll see. We know how resilient he is. We'll see if he bounces back. Okay, so if you're a Terran player and you lose on a Terran favored map, why not go to an even more Terran favored map? And let's see, we're gonna play on Attitude. Luckily, as Terran in the current map pool, you can always find a more favored map. Oh, and look, I didn't change it on the... Okay. Oh, I changed FridgeRaider's name to Attitude. Well, that is the map, but obviously I messed that up pretty bad. So anyway, Shafir is the teal Protoss in the top right, and FridgeRaider, aka Attitude, is the the white Terran in the bottom left. So I think that was actually like a pretty good game from Fridge. Shafir is a tough opponent. But I think we needed to send more to our third once he kind of dedicated himself to busting that, because then we kind of lost all the third and all the economy there, and we just had a lot of tanks just like sitting doing nothing. But if there's one thing that we know about FridgeRaider, it is his endless zest for playing StarCraft games. So will he bounce back? Will he persevere? Will we get a game 3? That is the question. I believe in our hero. I think anyone that knows Fridge would say, you know what, Attitude is the right alternative name for this guy, and he's gonna bounce back. Anyway, very standard again for us. Just gateway, gas, nothing wild. Same thing from Fridge. This SUV is there early. 141 gas, which is, it's okay. It's a little slow for left side. It's like a second slow. And we're sending out a scout. We put our racks farther back this time. I don't know what changed, where we decided to put the racks here for sim. I don't think Shafir is really one to do a whole lot of like zealot pressure or proxies, which is like the primary case where you want your sim farther back. I think having it near the ramp like he's done all the other times would be fine, but maybe he forgot to send the SCV, and then by the time he needed it, he's like, oh, well, I guess I don't have time to get it to the ramp. I'll just Okay, factory timing 2:35. We're getting better. We're moving the right way. Look at that, our hero continuing to learn. Our hero attitude. Just scouting around. So Shafir is going to find Fridge in the second place, and Fridge will find Shafir last because he did the standard and scout. Although again, he went here instead of here, which is odd. So it's like a reverse way and scout. Yep, same build we've been doing. And get the 24cc. First goon on the way. And 23 Nexus. CC a little faster this time. Great for Terran. We got our Vulture. We need to put back on gas. Make our shop. There's the next depot though. A little pressure from the goon this time. So far no hull damage though. We're going to try and chase down this Vulture. Doesn't look like we're going to catch it though, but we have the other goon here, so it's not going to be able to really do anything. Yep, so the same build as game one from Shafir, and also the same build from Fridge so far. Yeah, so this time the second factory is quite a bit faster. I think this time it's actually, if you wanted to go fact CC fact, this is actually early, whereas last time we were quite a bit late. So if we could just average it out, we'd have like ideal timing, I think. Here's our robo, so it looks like it's going to be just another 3-gate obs from Shafir. Transferring over workers, keeping up our SCV production. We got a tank coming. We forgot or chose to not make mines, it would seem. I guess that's where the gas for the early yeah, there it is. So we made a factory instead of the mines with that next 100 gas. So I mean, we're gonna have units, but we don't really have any ability to stop this third from coming up or delaying it unless we can pick off the probe. A little bit of a unique wall here. We've like made like a funnel. Okay. Our factories are both going. Gateways are up. I'm gonna make this third nexus, although maybe he anticipates. Wow, this is just like a tank out in no man's land. So where is he gonna take this nexus? And mines are finally done. Like, I don't think we've caught a probe, but I just missed it because I don't see any kills on the vultures that are here. Yeah, Shafir is just sticking with 2 bases for now. This is still not like, it's not like a crazy slow third at this point if he took it, but it's a little slower than you'd expect. Here's a missile turret. Armory was faster this time. We're prepared for like a Reaver or something, but there's none coming. No DTs, no fancy tech. Just probes and goons. Okay, here's the probe heading out for the Nexus. Oh, I guess this is a normal timing. I'm just making shit up. This is actually a pretty normal Nexus timing. It's like a little slow, but it's fine. Just me giving you guys wrong information. Don't worry about it. Shout out to Stage. Okay, we're getting legs up. This seems like it's exactly the same build as game 1 from Shafir, and it looks like it's the same idea as game 1 from Fridge, although he kind of executed the build order slightly differently. Yeah, we see those vultures coming, we're blocking. There's not really anything we can get done here with these vultures, assuming nobody runs into a mine. Well, looks like Shafir's just going instead. These are not sieged, and we do not have siege, so this could be a bit scary. We're going to lose the obs, though. Yeah, that's a big deal, because we're not going to be able to see these mines anymore. Oh, we have a second obs. Okay. So does Shafir realize that there is no siege? Don't think so, but I do think he's going to get this barracks. So Fridge will have to remake that before he can add factories. He's queued up a bunch of workers. They're hanging out snow style. Alright, so he's just posted up. Worker counts are, again, they're a little low for both players, to be honest. But Shafir's tech timing seems pretty good. Okay, probably transferring some probes over. Vulture's anticipating that. He can maybe see them, or that's the wrong one. Well, now he knows. Yep. Nice play from our hero to get some of these probes, get a little pressure. We got a couple. Thought we might get more, but we got a couple. And this is not a lot of probes at the natural. We got 4 mining there. We could move some of these over. Yeah. So I think now you'll see Shafir kind of catch up on probes, dedicate to that. Our tanks are inside the main. We're being very defensive right now as Fridge. Okay, we remade our barracks. We have a lot of SCVs sitting. I guess we were planning to 6 fact or 7 factories. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is very much not a build. We are kind of going off track here. So we have a starport, we have a science facility, and we are making up to 8 factories on 2 bases. So we definitely don't have the gas to do all this. And we're just starting +1 recently. We're getting a vessel, so we like extra don't have the gas to do all this. Like if we had a third, this would be fine. A third with a gas, of course, but we do not. So I think what is going to happen here, if there's a fight in the near future, is that we will find that Fridge just doesn't have enough tanks. Although he's got 7, that would have been a good number for, you know, like a normal timing push. But it's really gonna stop growing after that, yeah, because we have a vessel, and it's questionable like how much is the vessel even worth if you're not gonna get an EMP, because you can just stasis the one vessel. I don't know, I think like just looking at the numbers of everything, like I don't think he can support that, but also he does have an okay number of tanks now. So maybe because the +1 was a little slow, I'm not sure. But for both players, I think our supplies are a little bit low, but there's been a decent amount of interaction. Just decent amount of posturing. Shafir lost some probes over here. Again, I think his 4th is like pretty delayed. He's getting stasis, being storm this time. And what are we at? We're at 8 gates now. Let's So, I mean, gate-wise, we're fairly ready for a push. I think we're up 20 supply. I'm kind of confused because, like, I think our supply is Protoss here. I think our supply is low to try and stay on 3 bases and do a bust, but we're also not taking a. Oh, man. Specifically with Shafir, anytime I say that he's not taking a 4th, I then immediately notice that he's had a 4th that's been making for the past like minute, and I just missed it. So that happened again. That happened last game too. Okay, so how many tanks is this? How many we got? All right, so that's 11 tanks. That's like, okay, 13. I think like that's not amazing for this point in the game, but it is still a scary number, and it's a scary number relative to what Protoss has. However, we are sending them out alone. Like, we're not sending, we didn't click the rest of the army. Okay, so if Protoss were to just like engage from this side, like he's maybe about to do, this will be like game ending, I think. If he has Storm, okay, not the greatest storm ever, but still a storm. And we're getting, okay, Terran is probably going to win this fight, but we did lose a lot of tanks in the process. So, okay, so we have 4 tanks, 5 tanks. Could we just rally vultures and go? I think maybe we could. If we did a good job protecting those tanks, I think it's possible. We have almost a full scanner. Almost a full scanner. We have opted to not scan this game previously. So like a good engage, and he's literally up supply. So actually, we don't want to give this away. And again, not a great engage. We're not sieging until Protoss is on top of us. Okay, so I think this is probably going to wipe out Terran from the game. I think there was definitely potential for Fridge to win this. I mean, he's still in it. He's like even. Oh no, he doesn't think he's in it. Well, I think there was actually a lot of potential there for Fridge to get this one, but just like not a great engage. All right, well, so that is the second series, or the second played series in our series here between FridgeRaider, aka Attitude, and the Protosses of SCUL. Let's see. So I know we've got a little bit more for this series, but thank you for watching this one. So bye.